Today we are going to be taking a look at the second highest village in all of Dorset, which is of course Evershot. The history of this little village dates all the way back to the 1100s, as it was used as a boar pen, which is actually where it gets its name, as it likely comes from Efor's Holt, which means boar's wood. And ever since then it's remained a small and uniquely British village. For example, I passed this little bakery, which I did of course have a peep inside. It's no surprise that this village of course has a link to Thomas Hardy. It's actually mentioned in his famous tragic novel Tess of the D'Urbervilles, where Tess passes through the village. However, in the novel it's called Ever's Head. You can also find the Summer Lodge Country House Hotel somewhere in the village, which Hardy also designed the extension for. By the 1700s, there were a lot of local industries in the village, such as tanning, wood turning, and even coopery. Similar to many villages, by 1857, the railway had arrived. However, they found it quite difficult to build here due to the green sand. But who needs the railway when you have beautiful buildings like this, the Church of St. Osmond, which dates all the way back to the time of Richard the Lionheart. The church clock still even has to be hand-wound once a week. Unfortunately, in 1865, you had the Great Fire of Evershot, where over 100 people lost their homes. 3 fire engines were needed to put it out, and if it hadn't been for the river nearby, the beautiful village that you're seeing right now may not have been with us. Here you have the 3 dumb sisters, which were 3 standing stones, which have now been turned into a bench. The origin is somewhat unknown, however it's likely they date back to the Bronze Age. The legend goes that 3 sisters were dancing on the Sabbath, and as a punishment they were turned into stone. The small streets of Evershot are steeped in history and tradition, and if you want a quintessential British village, then this is the place to go.